Sons of Anarchy Legends. It's coming back. It was just picked up by FX. All you jerky boys and cupcakes, I already know that you're freaking upset about this one. Oh, wait, I have to take off my glasses, man. You know what? I was trying to be cool, just like all these other creators that wear freaking glasses, man. They even wear them in their freaking studios. Stupid. You know, but I thought I'd look cool too. Anyway, yes, the big news is that FX has just picked up this Sons of Anarchy type of revival. But it isn't what you're thinking, man. It ain't gonna be this big old shootout, freaking Jax going out there to save the day or murdering freaking like 50 freaking people without the ATF or the FBI picking up on them. No, this is supposed to be them playing themselves. They are describing it as a comedy that gets a little hairy out there. I guess Katey Sagal is going to be in it. You got Tig. You got Juice coming in. So they're reuniting a lot of the characters from the show. Now, I know all you cupcakes and jerky boys out there are all butthurt that this is coming back. Now, you're going to be saying, oh man, the original show, it ruined everybody. It spawned a lot of wannabes. Clubs were popping up everywhere. It just destroyed everything. Kurt Sutter, what a jackass for doing that to our freaking scene. I say shut up, stupid. It's entertainment. And I can guarantee you cupcakes and jerky boys were out there watching it the whole time, but you thought it was cool to jump on the bandwagon and say it wasn't. But secretly, you're back there freaking watching it with the popcorn, the old lady, and saying, boy, I wish I was Jax Teller, man. And who couldn't, man? He was getting some hot freaking chicks. Dude was lucky. You can only wish that you would get something like that in real life. No, man, most of us end up with a fat, friggin' ugly, friggin' old lady, man. But hey, to each their own. Everybody has their own freaking taste in this world. I gotta give you that. But anyway, as far as Sons of Anarchy is concerned, and you know what? Nobody's going to give you the honest truth. Especially as influencers, because you'll look stupid if you do. Well, I always look stupid, and I always have Hollywoodisms and all that good stuff. So I'll be the first to say it. It's nothing new. Nothing new when it comes to movies, TV series, influencing what happens in the scene. We can go all the way back to the Wild Ones. Marlon Brando. Lee Marvin, my bad. See? Hollywoodism. I like that one. I do. It made me giggle of how everything was back in the 1950s and stuff like that. Now, that one was about Hollister. If I'm wrong, correct me, but I know you guys will. Anyway, you see that patch on their back. You know, Marlon Brando, a major 1% club got an ideal for Charlie from that patch in the movie. So going all the way back, there's been influences from movies on clubs and the scene. Now, I have to say, one that defines the independent realm, if you will, Easy Riders, that sucked. Okay, it was like a psychedelic trip, man. Now, you know, you see Captain America all over the place. You have all these copies of it. And you even had a magazine friggin' come up out of it. So yeah, there's influences. Now I'm going to piss off everybody. That's like, as the younger generation would say, boomers. Okay, I'm going to piss all them off because I said that Easy Rider sucked. And it did. It was bad. It was awful. It was one of them 70s type of movies. You know, the 1970s, they were harsh on movies, man, because most of them sucked. Then you had the 80s where, you know, you actually had to put in some effort. But I ain't going to go on to that, okay? That's just a personal thought. You might like 70s movies, man, but damn, it was all about psychedelics, all about getting high and stuff. And Easy Riders just sucked. But it did have an influence on everybody in the scene. Then you had all these freaking Orange County Chopper stuff. Now, I know everybody loves Paul Tuttle. You might not. You know, I know he was a big thing at Sturgis this year, which, you know, was a bust. But then you got all the freaking pro cheerleader influencers coming out and saying, no, it was a success. Shut up, stupid. You're just out there. You might as well be a corporate freaking swallower, if you know what I mean. So that defined the 2000s, where shows like American Choppers. The one that was good was Biker Build-Offs. That I have to say I really liked. And the positive deal with that one was everybody was trying to frickin' come up with their own choppers and stuff like that, even though Indian Larry was the only real one on there as far as choppers are concerned. And then we get to our Sons of Anarchy. You gotta admit, as far as entertainment purposes were there, it was a good show. I liked it. It was fun. It was funny. But everybody gets butthurt because it had a big impact on the MC scene. Everybody wanted to be Jax Teller. Everybody wanted to wear patches. Hell, you know, they made money selling these Sons of Anarchy patches online, the whole thing. Which, hey, if you're in the entertainment business, you want to sell product. You wanted to be the next Star Wars, okay? You wanted to be the next Star Wars when it came to selling products. And people bought it up. Big time. They bought it up. And they bought into the idea of what the show was selling. So, of course, you got your diehards are going to go out there and say, oh man, this Sons of Anarchy's Legends, it's going to ruin everything. Just, you know, when we all thought that this was going to go away, all these years later, the attitudes, this is just going to ruin it again. No, it ain't, man. I don't think so. Because the scene's always been, pulled a little bit from Hollywood. And not this one, by the way. It's always been that way. It's always going to be that way. To me, I always thought, hey, man, these series, they really start bringing more people in to the sport of motorcycling. Because, let's be honest, these younger ones, they ain't into all the bikes like we were when we were younger. And for the sport to survive, you got to get some damn people in here. So maybe this will be helpful, maybe not, but there ain't no announcement as far as when it's going to be. So we're going to have to see there. I got to put my glasses back on. I got to be cool like these other guys are. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments section, all that good stuff. Let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe, man. This new channel, everybody's really getting a kick out of it. Also, to get your daily biker news, go over to the other one, Insane Throttle, BikerNews.com, baby. Everybody have a good one. Rock on.